Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he returns this to the 22. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Working from the gun, Wentz. Going to look deep for Jeffrey. He's got a man, complete. And he is finally out of bounds across midfield at the 40-yard line. Wentz finding his favorite receiver, Jeffrey, on a big one. And even 40 yards. Back now at Soldier Field. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. On 1st down, Wentz. He'll fire it deep for Reagor. And incomplete on the deep ball. Jalen Reagor was the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. The sack by Robert Quinn.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. He'll fire it deep for Reagor. That's caught inside the 20. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game, maybe that was one of them there that worked.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. The give is to Jones. Deshaun Gibson there on the tackle.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Throwing is Wentz. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Reagor, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Eagles make some inroads here on that deficit.
And that touchdown ends a streak, for lack of a better word, of 3 field goals that they put on the board previously. They finally cracked the code.
Yeah, they'd been down there. They'd been in enemy territory, as you said. They just hadn't been able to punch it in until that point. They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for, and this touchdown will count. Graham Gano on for the extra point. And the lead is down to 24. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. Well, it looked like the Eagles got this back. Yes, Philadelphia football. Great job by the kick team there to get the football, but also don't forget about the man that started it, the lonesome kicker himself.
I love that you brought him into it because he doesn't get nearly the attention he deserves. Oftentimes it's only when it's negative. In this case, he created a positive play for his team.
Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a Scotia credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's...
That's caught inside the 20. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory. A big play there for Philly. And even 40 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Wentz. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. The number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks of the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though, and they could barely get a glove on him before he got the quarterback on the ground.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Now left side on the swing pass. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And that is incomplete.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
Looking for the end zone. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Bears will get the football back. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. He's shoving his way inside the 35. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. On first down, they go right back to Cohen. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Out of the gun, running with Cohen. Powers through. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. There he goes, right side. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, CD, I mean, there are touchdown runs, and then there are touchdown runs. And that one certainly fell into the latter category. And that deserves a couple exclamation points.
And how about the situation that we're in right now? Because this is the 4th quarter. So you know there's some tired legs out there on defense and probably some tired minds as well trying to chase guys around for 4 quarters. But this is where conditioning, athleticism, that separates the good backs from the great backs. And that was an A-plus effort right there.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on next-gen stats.
Once again, up come the Bears, and they're going for 2. Operating from the gun. Madden, flush to his right. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th.
Personally, I'd rather see him kick the extra point there than to go for 2, but it almost feels like there's a story within the story here. I mean, this isn't college. You know, size of victory, that matters in those games. Here, all you have to do is win by 1 point. That's all that you need. Instead, they go for it, get 2. You got some pretty ticked off folks on the other sideline now.
4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
3 yards the gain there, second down. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
They'll drop this underneath for Jones.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Wentz to throw on 3rd and 1.
Oh, I came to my feet.
And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
And that will cut this lead down to 25. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They'll start things on first with Tariq Cohen. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept